Let's talk today about self-scaling yourself during workouts. When is the appropriate time to take some weight off the barbell, go down to a lighter dumbbell or kettlebell, or drop a progression or two? Two things that you can think about that if you come up to during your workout, these are valid times to start scaling yourself. Number one is you can no longer safely move at the intensity that you are going at or the loading or the progression that you have. Here's an example. You've got 100 pounds on the barbell. You get to the midpoint of the workout. You're now rounding your spine. The bar is drifting away from your body. You can no longer appropriately brace your trunk to keep going forth with 100 pounds. This is a great opportunity to shed weights off. Don't get this confused for just moving too fast through your workout. And so what we mean by that is sometimes listening to these body signals of I can no longer maintain my movement mechanics is going to help you take 2 steps back, right? Reassess what's going on, let your heart rate settle, and then maybe when you approach that barbell again, you can move with elegance and with excellent virtuous movement. If that's the case, then stay where you're at. But if you can no longer maintain those quality and safe movement mechanics, then this is an appropriate time to scale back some loading or drop back a progression. The second reason is that you are failing repetition. This kind of goes hand in hand with the first reason, but if you are approaching that 100-pound barbell and you simply cannot pull that weight off of the ground, right? Or you're going and you're kind of getting stuck at mid-thigh and dropping it, now this is a great time to scale yourself. Drop back some of the intensity. Pay attention to these body signals like we talked about earlier. Sometimes just taking a longer rest period is going to allow you to reassess, recuperate your body, and get back into things. But if you can no longer appropriately lift the weight or accomplish the progression, you're failing repetitions, this is a great time to scale back. Oftentimes when we see this in a class period, people are self-scaling themselves way too early or self-scaling themselves when they don't need to be doing these things at all. Oftentimes we run into this little mental barrier in between our ears where it's like we are pushing those comfort boundaries to where we think that deloading weight, dropping a progression, grabbing a different dumbbell or a lighter kettlebell is going to alleviate things. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, if we can recognize what is going on, is what is going to really allow us to make strides when it comes to our mental and physical fitness. We want the discomfort. We show up here to do the hard things. Don't make things easier in the moment. Embrace the suck. Get elbow deep in it. Positive self-talk. Uplift yourself with positive thoughts, positive self-talk, and push through those periods. But if you come up to those 2 reasons, number one, you can no longer safely move with the loading or the intensity that you're currently at, self-scale. You're failing reps, self-scale. But recognize the difference of these body signals and when these periods come up during your class periods to make sure that you guys don't only have a successful class experience, but you're also getting the most out of your workouts each and every time you show up.